Hi everybody, Pastor Brian Coates again here today with a short video about a lie that is being told. You're being told this lie. You may have heard the lie on the news. You may have heard the lie from a government release of some sort. You may have heard the lie from a family member. You may have heard the lie from a friend or a coworker or even your boss. Either way, maybe even a celebrity. You're being told a lie. And I'm going to get to the lie here in a minute. It's a lie that a lot of people are telling. And it's an obvious lie. It's one of the most obvious lies I've ever heard in my life. And I don't like to be dramatic about stuff that's not applicable or scientific or legitimate. I don't like being dramatic at all. But the truth of this is, when I realized that this lie is being told every hour of every day, I decided to do a video about it. Before I tell you what the lie is, that you've probably already heard, I'm going to read you a verse. 1 Thessalonians 4:11, and that you study to be quiet and to do your own business and to work with your own hands as we commanded you. And the sentence goes on from there, but we'll stop with this verse. We're to mind our own business, okay? For example, I use essential oils. I've got an oil right here in my left pocket that I use. We've got oils all over our house and our vehicles. That's something we do. We use them for health benefits. They're biblical. There's 9 oils in the Bible. And I'm just giving you an example of something that we do. That's our business. You may use other things for your benefit. I don't prod into what you're doing with your life. You shouldn't prod into what I'm doing with my life when it comes to my personal business. We're to study to be quiet and to do our own business. Basically, mind our own business. Now, if you decide to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you decide to get the vaccine or one of the vaccines, get one of the vaccines. If you decide that you're going to use vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, if you're decided you're going to protect your family with other forms of therapy that we have, and by the way, I'll insert this note. The legal technicality that we're seeing here on forced vaccinations is 24 months. It takes 2 years for the FDA to approve a vaccine or a medical therapy for permanent use. We're still in emergency use authorization, EUA, meaning to say that technically nobody can force you to take it until it's in a permanent use authorization. And that comes after 2 years of studying the effects that the medical therapy would have on you. So this particular therapy, this vaccine, is still in testing stages. Now, that's not my opinion. You can go read all of that anywhere. It's a test. So we may pass the test, we may not pass the test. That's a matter of opinion. We're all projecting our ideas on that. There are doctors that have theories on that on both sides of the aisle. I know what side of the aisle that I'm on, but that's my business, and you have your business. Here's the lie. Ready for the lie? This lie is annoying to me, and it angers me. Here's the lie. Delta. That's the new word, Delta, being thrown around, the variant. I'm not denying the virus. I'm not the guy that says it's all bogus. I'm not that guy. I'm that guy that says part of it's bogus, not the virus part. Hey, people are getting sick. There's no doubt about that. This virus has kicked out the flu. The human population doesn't really entertain more than one virus at a time, generally. So the flu numbers are going down, and the COVID sickness is going up, which is not necessarily a communicable disease, as they're telling you it is, because if it were, the symptoms would be similar across the board, and they're not. This is biological warfare. That's for free. Here's the lie. The Delta variant, this new strain of the virus. Here's the lie. Ready? Delta, the pandemic of the unvaccinated. Have you heard that lie? You may have not heard that lie, but you may be watching this video and you've heard that lie. That this pandemic is because of the unvaccinated, and the unvaccinated people are the ones that are suffering from this pandemic, and they're throwing numbers in the thousands out there. The pandemic of the unvaccinated. As a matter of fact, there are governors that will twist this lie into making you think that your 5-year-old needs to go to kindergarten with his Paw Patrol lunchbox and his crayons with a face covering on at the age of 5. The governors will twist this lie and make you think your child has to wear a mask to go play with Play-Doh in the floor with Jack and Jill. Nothing could be further from the truth. Okay, here's why this is a lie. I've got a few articles. Here's one from CNN. CNN is reporting today that Joe Biden is going to announce a vaccination requirement across federal government on Thursday. So all federal government employees will either have to take the vaccine or they will have to submit to weekly COVID testing. Why? Why? Because the pandemic will stop if everybody is vaccinated. That's what they're saying. Well, the lie is that the pandemic is because of the unvaccinated. Get this report. This is from CBS 13 out of Sacramento. Ready? And this is on the Drudge Report. You can go read it yourself. Higher COVID rate found in some counties with higher vaccination rate. That's a mystery. Got all these pushing vaccine, and they're doing it. They're getting the vaccine. The vaccinated numbers are going up. Hey, people are getting their vaccine. Yay! We're all safe now. Not in this particular part of the country. State workers and healthcare employees will now be required to show proof of a vaccine or get tested for COVID at least once a week. This Sacramento news agency says this comes as the highly contagious Delta variant is now dominant in the state, and COVID rates have skyrocketed in the month since California officially reopened, including, here's the word, breakthrough cases among vaccinated Californians. So what is a breakthrough? You hear that word breakthrough? A breakthrough is somebody that gets COVID even though they're vaccinated. So placing the responsibility of the pandemic spread on the back of people that are unvaccinated is a lie. They're lying to you. One more article. This is NBC News. This is an NBC News national article. CDC recommends the vaccinated wear masks in areas with low vaccination rates. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention issued new guidance on Tuesday recommended indoor mask use in areas with high transmission rates after new data suggests fully vaccinated individuals are not just contracting COVID-19, but could potentially infect others. We're vaccinated, but we're still getting the virus and we're still spreading it to everybody else. But you still need to get the vaccine because it's so wonderful. It's fixing everything. Please, if that's what you want to do, fine. But don't stay out of our business. Don't force us to take a vaccine when, number one, we don't want it. Number two, we're not seeing any efficacy in this at all, according to these reports. Why? What is happening? Well, we'll get back to you on that, Joe. We'll try our best to get an answer for you at some point. The CDC director says studies have shown that those vaccinated individuals who do become infected with COVID, listen to this, have just as much viral load as the unvaccinated. If you get COVID after you have the vaccine, there's still a possibility, according to this article from NBC and from the CDC director, a quote from the CDC director, if you catch the virus after you've been vaccinated, your viral load is still as heavy, meaning to say that you can spread it. Here's the lie. They don't know enough about the virus or the variants to make valued judgments about it and universal statements that everybody has to comply with. You have 8 billion inhabitants of this planet, all of which have different issues in their physical bodies, and saying that this will work across the board is incorrect without being observable, measurable, and repeatable. There are things that work across the board. Every human being alive needs oxygen to breathe. We know that. Every human being alive has to have a kidney to process waste from their body. We all know that. But man-made things, listen very carefully, man-made things, which this vaccine is, which the masks are, man-made things that are synthetic in nature, not natural at all, do not come from the fruit of trees or the growing of vegetables in a garden or herbs or minerals. Man-made things never work across the board. Never. Take any example at all. You ever heard somebody say, well, that may work for you, but it doesn't work for me? That's why it's so dangerous to say everybody has to take the vaccine. Because even though we know that people are still getting COVID and people still getting a heavy viral load, to say that Billy Bob over here has to take it because Billy Bob over here took it and it didn't affect him adversely so far that we know of. This is a 2-year visual that we haven't seen the end of yet. It's not affecting Billy Bob over here, therefore Billy Bob over here has to take it. That's insanity. That's like saying Tylenol helps his headache, therefore Tylenol is going to help his headache. Tylenol don't help my headaches. I get headache. This is none of your business, but I'm going to tell you anyway because I want to. I'm choosing to. I get these headaches on the left side of my head. I can take Tylenol. I can take Advil. Doesn't do anything for it. Billy Bob over here, he may get a headache. You can take a Tylenol. Headache's gone. Doesn't work for everybody. So saying that everybody has to take the vaccine because it's beneficial to everybody, nothing could be further from the truth. It's dangerous and it's a lie. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.